GITA TV and Swatantra Party, I appeal to the Prime Minister of this country, a humble request. Today is the 20th April of 2021, and I think we have crossed the bridge beyond a limit, and we have to work in this critical time. I am appealing, and this is my appeal to you, Mr. Prime Minister. I appeal to the administrators of this country, especially Mr. Modi. I can only appeal to Mr. Modi because the entire cabinet is ineffective. Everything is in the hands of Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. You people are taking the country for granted, and you are behaving like autocrats, similar to what Hitler did in the World War II. You think that nobody should question you all. If anybody questions you all, then we are penalized with your income tax rates and your ED. Life cannot go on like this, and nobody is permanent on this earth. That we should realize that everybody has a D-Day, and that day can come for you and for us at any time. Promise, this is what my bell says. Yes. Mr. Modi, I am talking to you today in English because I want this thing to come to you. I am appealing to you that I have written many letters to you for the past 7 years. You have not bothered to reply or even to give me an appointment. I don't want any appointment for any favor from you. I am not one of those who comes to you for any favors, and I don't want any favors. But I have been writing letters to you about the economic state of this country, and you have not bothered to look into it, and you think you are a wizkid, that you are a wizard and you know everything. It is not so. You have messed up the economy, and now you are hiding. I am sure you have a conscience, or even if that conscience is dead in you, then nobody can do anything to you. Nobody can appeal to you, or nobody can reason out with you. The banks are in a mess. The economy is in a mess. The industries are in a mess. The production is in a mess. Imports are in a mess. Exports are in a mess. Hospitals are in a mess. The healthcare is in a mess. You name it, everything is in a mess. Last year, when my God asked me to do the yagnas for the Navaratri, she told me clearly, this puja should have been done by the Prime Minister of this country, but unfortunately, I am telling you this. So I said, why are you telling me this? So I tried contacting, I contacted one of your RSS people so that he would appeal to you, he would tell you. But I don't think so. He said, you know what he said? He was very spiritually, and he was a pious person who said, Gitama, Mr. Modi is not the same old Modi. They are all into Hindutva, and they are not into Hinduism, and they think that they themselves are gods today, and then they don't want to listen to anybody. So there's no point in appealing to him. If the God says you do it, you go ahead and do it. And I did the puja. But unfortunately, a few days back, I saw an elderly astrologer appealing the same thing. But only thing was, he was asking to do the same yagna for 1.5 years. I don't know how many people have that money to do. And he has also stopped because he doesn't have the money. But my goddess never asked me to do for 1.5 years. My goddess said do for 11 days, which I did, I completed. And that is when, before that, in 2019, when my God told me that this COVID was coming and that the whole world. Mr. Modi, I am appealing to you as a citizen of this country and giving you that respect as a bade bhai. You are talking that you are a Hindu and you are a true Hindu and you are a true citizen of this country, but all your actions do not show like that. I had great expectations from you. I met you in 2011. I told you that day when you came for Jayalalitha swearing in, I met you in Taj Hotel, and I told you that you will be the next best Prime Minister of this country, and you also gave me one sarcastic smile. Anyway, I'm not worried about all that, and that I don't know whether you remember I said such a thing, but leave that aside. The economy is in a mess. Don't try to fool everybody. Don't try to fool yourself also. It's not good. For heaven's sake, please, It's high time that we all bucked up and tried to reconstruct this economy. And I'm sorry I have to tell you, you got a finance minister who's a total failure. Even the earlier one, Mr. Jaitley, was also a total failure. Don't stand on big fat egos. All of us make mistakes. You make mistakes, I make mistakes. The day we realize and we say, yes, I made a mistake, that time is the best time that God appreciates us, that, okay, we have realized. It's already too late. The COVID is spreading. You had no business to conduct these assembly elections right from Bihar. And it was your own, you power hungry politicians who wanted this election. But I, as Swatantra Party president, I wrote to the EC and to the state election commission whether this election is a necessity and that there's going to be bad times, very, very bad times to come. And I think right now we are facing that. Even now, if we have big fat egos, stop going to West Bengal. Election is not important for you. Already there in many states, your party, that one state is not going to make a big difference for you. Concentrate on the administration. All you ministers are busy everywhere going for election campaigning, and the people are suffering. The judiciary is not taking its decisions what it has to take, and they don't have the guts to tell you all that what you are doing is wrong. If you really are a true Hindu and a true Indian first, forget the Hindu, all that, we'll keep that in the four walls of our room. As a true Indian, if you really care for this country, change your ways. It's still there is time. If not, God will come. God will descend. Thank you, GITA TV and Swatantra Party.